I'm Rachel and welcome to my channel. Today is a book day, yay! I know I'm not like a traditional booktuber or anything, I don't do just book videos, but books are a huge part of my life, always have been, and are a huge part of my normal life, my real life, as in part of my job. So I'm always going to talk about books. So the books I want to talk about today is two books by Karen M McManus, and it is, the first one is One of Us is Lying, and the second one is Two Can Keep a Secret. So this book came out about 2 years ago, and this one is newly out now. The publication date is the 10th of January, but it's probably been shipped out to most stores now anyway. So yeah, One of Us is Lying has basically been one of the biggest books of the last sort of 2 years for teen fiction, and so I'm not going to go too much into the details of what One of Us is Lying about, because I think quite a lot of people have read it. I am, however, going to talk about Two Can Keep a Secret because I've just finished it and it's so good. So Karen McManus, what she writes is kind of murder mystery set in a small town USA. And they have, although they're set now in present day, they have like a real kind of 80s and 90s throwback feel, which is really cool. Almost like kind of I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream type throwback feel to them. And like that kind of, if it was a movie, that kind of genre. The first one, One of Us is Lying, is the plot basically, imagine the Breakfast Club with murder. That's basically the plot of this one. So I'm just going to read a little bit off the back as to what the plot is, because it's a murder mystery type book, I don't want to give anything away that's not already, out there basically. So, on a Monday afternoon, 5 students at Bayview High walk into detention. Bronwyn, the brain, is Yale-bound and never breaks a rule. Addie, the beauty, is the picture-perfect homecoming princess. Nate, the bad boy, is already on probation for dealing. Cooper, the jock, is the all-star baseball pitcher. And Simon, the outcast, is the creator of Bayview High's notorious gossip app. Only Simon never makes it out of that classroom. Before the end of detention, Simon's dead. So, so each chapter in the book is told from the perspective of a different character. So like chapter 2 is told by Addie, and it tells the story, but like I say, like there's Nate, so they've all got their own like little their bits in it as all the story basically unfolds. And yeah, it's really good. So if you haven't already read that one, read this one. The other one, the new one, just hot off the press, is this one, which is Two Can Keep a Secret. So again, I'll read the back. Echo Ridge is reeling. This picturesque town, nestled near the Canadian border and boasting the highest per capita income in the country, experienced its first tragic loss in 1995 when high school senior Sarah Corcoran, that last name has really bugged me because it doesn't roll off the tongue. Anyway, vanished while walking home from the library. Then 5 years ago, homecoming queen Lucy Kilduff. The last names on this are a little bit tongue twisters, but anyway, was found dead in the aptly named and since renamed Murderland Halloween Park. A small town that keeps losing its homecoming queens, 2 murders still unsolved, and a killer who claims to be coming back. obviously murder mystery. It's each chapter is broken up this time only between two characters, which is Ellery, who is the niece of the first girl, Sarah, who goes missing. Sarah and her mum are like sisters, so it's through her mum, and basically they are from, say, California, I think. So their mum's trying to be an actress. I think it's California. And their mum's a bit of a space case, and she gets basically she ends up by having to go to sort of like a mental rehab type place. And so Ellery and her twin brother Ezra basically get shipped off to the grandma, which is back in Echo Ridge, which they've never been to. I don't think they've ever been there, or they did once ages ago or something. The mum doesn't often go back. She's not a fan of her old small town roots. So although they know their grandma, they're not super close. Like I said, they don't really know this town, but Ellery is a great character because she's obsessed with true crime. Like, she's like a proper true crime fanatic, and she's in this town that she's always heard about, and she knows the story of her aunt disappearing, but no, her mum won't talk about it. So she's finally in the place where, like, it happened, and she kind of is a bit obsessed with this idea of kind of wanting to know what happened and talking to her grandma and stuff about it. And then obviously she's also knows about Lacey, that happened 5 years previous. She knows sort of as much as she can know about that as well. So yeah, so she's basically like, ooh, get to trying to solve the crimes, but she's just in a place where she gets to learn a lot about these sort of notorious crimes. Then the other chapters are told by Malcolm, who is the brother of, oh gosh, what is his brother's name? You think I would have remembered that? I can't quite remember the brother's name at the moment. Anyway, his brother is basically accused or rumoured to have killed Lacey because he was going out with her at the time. Or was the ex, like, they'd recently gone out. I have read this book, I swear. I'm just trying to remember all the details. I'm onto a new book now, so I was just trying to remember all the details. So yeah, so his brother was basically found innocent, but in the court of public opinion in the town, they all think the brother is guilty. And so he's kind of fighting this kind of guilty by association type situation. And so when this this kind of murderer seems to come back for his homecoming, and sort of attacking the homecoming court of his year group, it sort of becomes a bit like everyone kind of starts giving him the side eye, like, what's going on? So yeah, I'm not going to tell you any more than that because I really don't want to spoil it. But it's, like I said, they're really good books. And one of the things I just want to talk about quickly, because I read a lot of crime books, I love crime books, is something that I just want to talk about sort of in general. Is just remember that the books aren't always about the who. I'm not saying that this means that you're going to work out who it is in 2 seconds. So it's not that. I'm not like trying to cushion you for that. But I'm just saying, if a crime book is written well, chances are you're going to have suspected whoever it was who actually did the killing at some point anyway. Because if you're a crime person like me, you suspect everybody, even like the neighbour's dog. So this idea, I knew that, and it's something I've come across at work as well, is that people go, oh yeah, I figured out who was the killer in 2 pages. And I've heard lots of people saying that to authors, and they're like, oh, I knew who it was from page 1. And the author's like, that character didn't even get introduced on page 1, but sure. So it's like this badge of honor some people sort of have, where they're like, oh, I figured it out in 2 seconds. But the thing is, they might have suspected who, and they might then take that to mean that they figured it out. But with a proper crime novel, it's not just about the who, it's about the why and the how. And that's the bit that keeps you reading. If you're sort of somebody who likes crime books, or somebody who likes true crime like me and like Ellery, it is all about the why. That I find that a lot more interesting than necessarily the who. With a lot of crime stuff, especially true crime stuff, it's like, it's the husband, it's the wife, but there isn't, why is it the husband? Why is it the wife? So yeah, so just something to bear in mind when you're reading a crime book. So yeah, but those are really good. My recommendation, I like highly recommend. And I will put their details down below. Also mentioned that these were proofs that I got sent. The covers don't look like these. So the covers are really nice actually. The back cover here kind of looks, One of Us Is Lying has that writing on it. It's white cover with that writing, and the cover for Two Can Keep a Secret again is white, mostly white with kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that kind of same writing, but in the sort of turquoisey colour. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have read these books, please let me know and comment below so we can talk about them, because wow. Okay, alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!